and Inochi, and Holly. Hello! Holly, I have a voice. I have a voice. Hi, Reeve. Welcome in. I'm back. I missed everybody too, but it was like, oh my god, I didn't even have energy to be really on Discord. I will share all the stories the loudest you've heard. No. I'm sure that I have cussed you out on like on Mario Kart before. This can't have been the loudest. I did come back to almost 500 subs. I'm a little sad that like I've been off 2 weeks because I was so close. And I could have been there by the end of this month, but you know what? We'll get it soon. I'm not gonna stop. I know it looked like I stopped during a temporary hiatus, but I did not. Hi, Vanta crew, welcome in. All right, I'm gonna go, I think, back to Dirtmouth when I can. Conveniently, there's a stag right here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna look through the map and see what I've missed because I'm going in circles. So I'm just gonna look at the map and talk for a little bit and figure out where the heck I'm supposed to go while I go buy things from people. So how this started out, why I did not stream the 2 days. Frankie! Science Bagman, hello! Why I did not stream the 2 days before I even left for the convention. Long story short, I fucked up. So, oh man, I cleared the shop out. So, all of this started with me cleaning out the room that the cats live in. So I think I've explained before that the cats and the dog cannot live together. They can spend time together, but I have to be watching them. That's why when I talk on stream about my pets, I never mention the cats unless they're beating down the door for food. That is the door to their own little room where they can escape Sir Doggo. So, oh right, she wrote a fan fiction about me. That's hilarious. Red Ranger, welcome in! So, what ended up happening, I messed up with the shop vac. I use a walnut litter that is better for one of my cat's lungs, and he doesn't end up with as many respiratory problems. But it is still dusty, it's just not artificial dusty. It's not, I mean, as artificial as like rock and ground sand can be. But, oh my god, hold up. Oh. Anyway, so it does still get dusty, and I deep cleaned, and the shop vac, I messed up and it just shot a huge load of dust out that got all up in my lungs and just wrecked my breathing, wrecked my voice, wrecked pretty much everything. And so I wasn't able to speak and stream because it was all up in my sinuses, all up in my throat. It was nasty. So, did not stream Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, I had to be in bed by like 6 at night so that I might be able to be awake to drive down to the airport at 1 o'clock in the morning. It was delightful. And, so I didn't have time to stream that day because I needed sleep. Thursday rolls around. I fly in, and by the time I get to Holly, it feels like I have swallowed razor blades. I started using my phone on Thursday to talk with Holly because I could not. It hurt so much to talk. And so I wanted to be all excited, and I wanted to be like, Holly, oh my god, it's Magfest, we made it. And I couldn't stop coughing. I was choking. I was sucking down cough drop after cough drop trying to make it. And I actually gave a cough drop to someone else who was also not having a good go of it. So what I think happened is that my lungs were already weakened from the cat litter dust. And then because I have been around people, like a lot of people in close proximity for the first time in, I mean, 3 months. And before that, almost 6. Someone at work gave me something. They had to have. So by the end of the con, I was all masked up. And then I get back. And apparently, my friend later told me, who is more experienced in aviation than I am, wow, I almost got stabbed. Flying and head colds are a bad combination. You talked enough for both of us there. It was appreciated. I'm glad that you were able to keep the conversation going and that even through my like, oh my God, I'm literally going back through the beginning of the game. And that through my like silly motions, and like excited like little sounds that I could manage, that you were able to understand me. I just got spiked. So yeah, when I got back, everything was just very clogged. No, it's okay, Inochi. I'm just explaining. No harm, no foul. I'm free now. So everything when I got back was kind of clogged and I didn't really have hearing in my right ear. And so what happened, I'm driving back from the airport. As soon as I'm out of city limits, I pull over to the side of the road because not having hearing in one of your ears when you're used to being like fully able to hear is very disorienting and oddly panic inducing. So I had to pull over to the side of the road and just be like, I'm okay. Like things are okay. I'm safe. I'm out of the worst of the traffic. It's okay. And while I'm at that rest stop, someone comes by and we're talking about like, oh, where we're traveling to with the cashier and all that kind of stuff. And he's like, you better get going. Because we're about to get with some selective hearing. That story becomes really amusing. Fair enough. That is pretty. Yeah, exactly, Tootsie. Welcome in. Yeah, it wasn't just my equilibrium. It was literally like I'm supposed to hear everything that's happening in my car, and I couldn't. And I was just like, ugh. Where are the sounds coming from? Where are the vehicles coming from? I'm supposed to be able to hear them. So I was relying more on my sight and just, I was so shaken up. It was weird. So but anyway, the guy is like, you better get home soon because we've got an ice storm coming. And then I wake up Monday morning. I do make it home. Wake up Monday morning. Miserable as shit. Everything is still clogged up. I can't hear in my right ear, barely hear in my left ear. I guess I can't go back up. And I call off. But the good news is, even though I called off, which, Zach! Hi! Even though I called off, none of my trainers were at work anyway because no one was going to be on the road with like 1/4 of an inch of ice on it. And buried cars and ice storm bullshit. So I didn't feel too guilty about that one. Tuesday, after like crappy sleep and all the congestion, I also did not go to work. And then Wednesday, I masked up, made sure that like I was on the tail end of it, and I was. But after my right ear unclogged, my left ear clogged up. Do you know how weird it is as an adult to have an ear infection? So, how many cough drops then? I was able to not really need the cough drops after that. Even though I know I abused them and I should not have had as many cough drops as I had while I was at Magfest. I did lay off the cough drops once I was able. But then I had to start using like eardrops and laying in bed so that the eardrops would like drain down. El Toro Poderoso Sir Diegio, welcome in. Hello, hello. How are you? So then I was still laying in bed and not really doing anything and recovering, and I just didn't have the energy to really even be on my Discord. So I wish that I could have been around more, but I also know that I needed the break. And even when I was playing, so I finally had the energy. I finally had the energy to play a little bit of Final Fantasy XIV yesterday for the first time since I got back as well. And the vibrations from my headphones were making my ears tender and sore. So I'm glad that I waited until today because all of the blockage is gone. I can hear properly, and oh, thank you for the sub. Why didn't it alert? I didn't alert. Thank you so much. We're getting closer, everybody. I might do a 500 karaoke before I get emotes, because then we can also do an affiliate, like a partner celebration. That might be what I do. I wouldn't want everybody to have to wait for a karaoke because of watch hours, you know? All right, map time. Where can I go? There are two right there. Sounds like a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So now, on to the fun stuff. I'm gonna work my way down. Will my mouse show up? It will not. So, do you see, in the area right underneath me to the right side, there are two available paths to potentially take? I'm gonna go there. So yeah, the con itself. I felt a little like, so I mostly go to anime conventions, but I've been to C2E2 a few times. Well, 2 times now. And it's an entirely different vibe. Magfest was very much an older audience, same as C2E2. And that was nice because I didn't feel like I had aged out of the convention. But when I went to C2E2 the first time, I didn't know what to expect and I didn't properly plan for it. Now, at C2E2, I was not falling dreadfully ill. But I think if I were to go back to Magfest, I would be able to plan better for all of the things that I might want to do. Because there were a lot of performances, some that I was able to make and some that I wasn't because I didn't realize that they were happening. There were some talents there that I didn't realize were there. Didn't realize that the person that we heard singing during... Oh, so this was really cool on Saturday. They encouraged people to bring their instruments and kind of make their own orchestra there at the convention, practice, put on a performance for us. Did not realize until afterwards that the person who sang Snake Eater was singing in the orchestra until after, because we had a bit of an adventure, Holly and me. They ran into someone who was going to afterwards dress as Fulgur because they were dressed as Pomu. And then it turns out that someone had lost their Pomu puppet on the day of Pomu's graduation, where you can't get any more Pomu puppets now. They don't exist because Pomu has graduated. And so the Fulgur managed to find this Pomu puppet. It had fallen off of the microphone of the person singing Snake Eater. It was her Pomu puppet. And Pomu loves Metal Gear Solid. It was like a fanfic. It was insane. 4th grade, yes. Say hello to Sir Doggo. Sir Doggo is here. So it was interesting. Like, just the coincidence was outrageous. And how has Sir Doggo been? Sir Doggo has been great. let me finish talking about the con, and I will tell you what we did run into. Listen. Bury my body, cover my shell. What meaning in darkness? Yet here I remain. I'll wait here forever, till light blooms again. That's dark. I didn't like that. Poor little person. Please don't die here. Please wait for the light. You sound very depressed. Oh. Oh. So, it's not, if that's not anime logic, you don't know what it is with the Pomu story. No, it was like something out of a TV show. But she got her Pomu puppet back. Oh, man. Oh, I just needed to be closer. Okay. So yeah, we did that. We listened to an ocarina flute duet that played a lot of video game music. Oh, also the orchestra in the morning. Holly got to see how much of a dork I am when it comes to Chrono Trigger, because they played a Saturday morning. My voice was starting to come back. It wasn't great, but it was there-ish. So Saturday morning, we're listening. It's lovely. It's wonderful. There are some I recognize. There are some I don't. And then all of a sudden, I look straight at Holly and I go, it's Chrono Trigger. And I like kind of stand up a little and like my hands are on the table. I'm like, it's Chrono Trigger. And they start laughing at me, giving me shit. I'm like, no, you don't understand. It's Corridors of Time. And then they followed Corridors of Time up with the main theme, which they then followed up with Memories of Wind. And I was just like, oh my God, I was so happy. So then, was it Saturday? It would have had to have been Saturday night. Later that night, we listened a little bit to this ensemble called the Triforce Quartet. Unfortunately, I wish that they had a better setup. They put them up in the gazebo on the first floor, but the problem was their sound system didn't carry anywhere other than the gazebo, and it got very packed and crowded, and there were a couple of drunk people that were just kind of ruining our second floor. Thank you. Directions hard. They were just kind of ruining the vibe and being loud and obnoxious, and so we moved. And it wasn't quite as easy to hear, but it was still pretty awesome. They also played... What is this? You Just Die. I see. Yeah, they were doing kegs. They were doing a kegger in the middle of the crowd. Weird stuff. Weird behavior. Like, go elsewhere for that shit, you know? And their lack of respect for the arts. It's more like just lack of basic respect for other people, you know? It was a little odd. But they also played Crystal Peak. I found a new area. But they also played a selection from Chrono Trigger, and I was just in Chrono Trigger heaven on Saturday when I had recovered enough to enjoy more of the con. Trying to listen to my Zelda, drunkards get lost. Lots of Zelda. I mean, obviously from someone called the Triforce Quartet, which feels wrong because it's Triforce. I feel like there should be 3 people in the ensemble, but if they want to be a quartet, then good on them. Like the Triforce Trio. But, yeah. So, we also got to play a couple of... That's probably the joke. You're probably right. We also got to play a lot of arcade games that they had. Some old, some new. I didn't even know they made new arcade games. But there was one called Very Sharp Birds, or extremely pointy birds, or something like that. I think it was Sharp Birds, where it was kind of like Joust, but you had to hit the enemy, like your opponent, from behind. And it was a cute game. A toll machine with the symbol of a gate. Insert geo. Yes, got plenty. And they also had some consoles, so we played Smash Brothers. Yes, I want arcades too. Bring them back. But then we went to like the more rhythm game part of the arcade too. And we got to play so many different types of rhythm games, including like some that were discontinued and are no longer in service. And I wish I could have played DDR. Holly, you played DDR. You played a little bit of DDR, right? Or did you not? Because I wouldn't. I don't remember. That was the start of the crud. Is this safe? Yes. You're right! I did! Okay, yes. Holly did some DDR. I was in no shape to do DDR, but I did play some Taiko. I played Forgotten Crossroads. What? Oh, I just made a circle. What was the one called with Lamb Mama's art? I don't remember. But it was like a very circular rhythm game, and you had to, like, it was a full 360 experience. And very fun. Pretty much touched everything rhythm game. Your rhythm slut. I mean, I wasn't objecting either. I had a lot of fun with it. Oh my god, you are strong. Hello. Are you gonna do anything? Is your corpse gonna do? No, you're just a bulldozer, so I have to be careful. I see. Waka. It's Waka, Holly. I think. Pretty sure. W-A-C-C-A? And then on Sunday we were able to hit the rhythm games and arcade games. Ow! A little more before I had to go catch my flight. It wasn't a bad flight home, but oh my god. I'm used to larger jets. I'm not as used to small jets. And when we slowed down to get to the airport, I felt like we stopped. I felt like we were floating. I didn't feel any forward motion. It was, oh my god. I can't explain, especially because my right ear was still, like, my right ear did not pop that entire flight. So I couldn't hear very well out of my right ear. All of my senses were kind of jumbled. And when the plane felt like it stopped moving, I entered panic mode. I've never had flight anxiety like that before, and I never want to experience flight anxiety like that again. Now that I know what a little plane feels like when it slows down, I think I'll be okay next time. Oh, crystals. But I was scared. Luckily, I had a really, really kind person in the seat next to me that was... Huh? No? That was willing to not let me keep freaking out. And she was like, I've ridden in small planes before, and this is what they feel like. You don't have anything to worry about. We're still going very fast. And I'm like, logically, I knew that. But the panic didn't allow me to think critically about it. The panic just said, the plane has stopped moving and we are about to fall from the sky. It was stupid. So yes, that was most of my con experience. I really would like... Huh. I don't know what that does. I really would like to go back and do it better while feeling better and having more of a game plan. Like C2E2 the second time we went. We knew what to expect and we knew what we were looking for. Oh yeah! Vendor's Hall! Artist Alley! I got a few things for myself. I got two things for myself. I got a key tag. Like, the hotel like diamond key like shaped keychains where they used to have keys attached to them. I got one of those based on the gold saucer in Final Fantasy 14 because that's where I spend most of my time. I'm still working on I'm still working on the blackjack. I will get the blackjack eventually. It's just work now makes it very hard to sit at the gold saucer and wait for gates. Because that was my game plan, is when I was doing other stuff like shorts or schedule making or things like that, I would just sit in the gold saucer and I'd wait for gates, and then I'd do a gate and then go back to what I was doing, cleaning. Oh no. Okay, Hammer brother. I was just content to let you mine, but I guess you didn't want to live, so here we are. This is sparkly, by the way, and I'm here for it. I love crystals. Semi-precious gemstones are my shit. And I also got a shirt that just happened to be out of stock that is also for the gold saucer because I'm an addict and I can't seem to stay away. So the two things that I got for myself were, ow! Fine, you can die. The two things I got for myself were gold saucer based, but I had to be careful. I had to be careful with my spending or else I might have spent more because I knew that I wanted to eat out and get some seafood. So I had to save money for that. And I hadn't gotten paid from my job yet. I got paid today. My first paycheck in so long because I was waiting for the right job to, ow! I was waiting for the right job to come around. And the one that I had ended up in was just not meant to be. So yeah. So, health-related problems that are not mine. So, before I left for Magfest, I had discovered that there was a lump on one of my kitties. The plushy one, Lord Plushington. Plushie had a lump. And he's an old boy. He's 11 years old. So I wanted to get it checked out as soon as possible, and it just wasn't possible, one, while I was sick, and two, while I was away. So I managed to get him in on Friday, and they were like, well, we're gonna have to sedate him. He doesn't react well to being at the vet, so we have to sedate him in order to aspirate his lump. And they did so, and they found out that it was simply a cyst, and he is fine. They drained it. It was only fluid. They did have to knock him out for it, poor little guy. Apparently the way that they knock a cat out in a crate is that they put a bag over it and put gas in it. So they gassed my cat in a bag. But he's okay. It was necessary. He's fine. He came out of the anesthesia really well. Already hungry. I got him food. I felt like a monster getting him in the crate because I felt like a monster because he hadn't eaten since like 6 the night before because he had to have an empty stomach for them to knock him out. And the way that I got him into his crate was I put an empty food bowl in the crate to lure him inside, and there was no food. Again, it was necessary, but I felt like a monster. Yeah, no, it's a terrible visual, but it's really funny to think about them like just bagging a cat. Oh god. You also don't react well. I didn't realize that there were bag veterinarians, Frankie. Oh my god, this area is wow. Please don't. Please don't. Thank you. Whew. Whew. Bye, Conway! Welcome in. I've been telling stories this whole time. So, Yeah, that's where we're at with the pets. Everybody is fine. And Sir Doggo, when I took him to I think I mentioned a little bit about this when I was, hello Hammer Brothers. When I was, when I went to the new place that I wanted to board him that's closer, that has a doggy daycare, I had mentioned that they were going to do a daycare evaluation on him very slowly, starting very, very slowly. And his biggest issue with me has always been that when he's on leash and other dogs are not, he gets anxious and he barks. And he lunges and he pulls, and he just doesn't do well with other dogs when he's on leash. Well, what they did was they had two dogs, two smaller dogs, so that hopefully he wouldn't be intimidated. And they had them loose in the daycare enclosure, and they brought him on leash on the outside of their little like fenced in daycare area. He did not give two fucks that there were other dogs. He didn't care that they were there at all. He just made no motion that he was interested in them whatsoever. So what they think is happening is that he's not necessarily barrier reactive. He's just really protective of me. Sir Doggo. So, yeah. So we might actually be able to get him to play with other dogs. And I can feel like he has a fulfilled life because he gets to be around other dogs. That is like one of the major failings that I feel with Sir Doggo, is the fact that I've not been able to get him around other dogs and get him that socialization in his life. So I'm really happy that they might be able to take him to daycare and he gets to play with other dogs. Yeah, I thought it was just that he wasn't socialized, but it really might just be that he doesn't trust other dogs around me. And that's really cute. I wonder if there's a way that we can work on it. Oh, sweet. Conveyor belts. I want to ask if there's a way that I can work on it, but at the very least, he might be able to enjoy time with other dogs again. So now, con stuff, dog stuff, cat stuff, job stuff. I have a job. I have a job that I've now been at for 3 weeks, and a job that I haven't been able to talk about for 2 of those weeks. In the unlikely case he doesn't get along with dogs, sure, he would still be the happiest he could be. He is very happy and content to just lay on the couch, so that might be true. He does love to just exist. Osire, hello and welcome in. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Feel free to correct me. Had to do that before with your dogs. It's tricky and takes time to train, but it is feasible. Yeah, he's not. Oh, I just went in a circle. Fun. I wonder if I can get a map over here. A map. Map sure would be nice. Goodness. As you can hear, I'm still not perfect. Thank you. Started coughing a bit. Huh. To help me feel better. It's residual. It's just residual crud now. I'm okay. Hi, Dr. Frederick. Welcome in. It's going well. I'm having a lot of... I found a new area to explore. And I'm just chatting while we explore a little. Had a lot going on this last 2 weeks. A lot going on. How have you been? bother trying to say? What do you mean don't bother trying to say the whole name? I will call you Kirk, but I will welcome you. Kirk Linguini Houdini the Cubone. Welcome in. Hi, Kirk. When you buy your cat a cat tree, but in the end you could have just bought him a nice cardboard box. So true. So true. My cat's really like, oh man, jingly toys. Like, as long as it jingles, they're fine. Please get the frick out of the way, Spikes. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I disrupted your mining. You don't have to hit me over it. Made when you were a dumb 12-year-old. Almost 18. If you are almost 18, I would ask that you please leave and come back when you are 18. I run an adult stream just because of some of the conversations that we get into. And it is safer to not have minors in my chat. Thank you for stopping in, but I do have to ask you to leave. But also, we've all made dumb usernames as kids. This is normal. Thank you. Have a good night. Thank you. Oh shit. Ah! I'm glad you've had traction in your job search. That's really good. And I don't know much. Were you like, did you have trouble in your current job? Is there a way that you were like... No, it's okay, Zach. It's okay. Either way, I hope that it pans out for you. Because no one should have to stay in a job that they don't like. 13 subs away. Let's go. Welcome in, Avarice. Hello. But... so my job is awesome. Yes, I appreciate that. I do appreciate that because I've had someone come into my chat when I was on Twitch that was just being a royal butt about it. And I was just like, come on, dude, really? Like, this is one of the reasons why, like, minors aren't accepted in my chat, because you're not going to listen and you're not going to be mature about it, you know? Ah! No! Damn it! Not back here! No! Gosh darn it. Challenge the warrior dream? Not yet. Gosh darn it! I didn't want to fall! I don't even have a map. Maybe if I go back to Dartmouth, I can get a mouth. Map. A mouth? I can get a mouth. He doesn't have a mouth, so I guess he must scream. So, yeah, the job is very, very high energy. People are willing to help a lot. If I don't understand something, they will teach me. This job is very education based, and I haven't touched organic chemistry since I was in college, but they want me to learn how things work, and they want me to be able to come up with methods, and they want me to do science. It's incredible. So, like, my first week was a lot of learning of basic, like, here's our safety stuff, here's our reagents, here's the instrument that you'll be on, here's the instruments that you'll be on, here's the lab, which is enormous, and there are so many things in there, and I finally have gotten I've finally gotten used to where I'm going in the lab. That's huge. Because I was so confused on where all the instruments were until I just took little tours myself and tried to figure out where I was going. Biochem, not biochem. I'm just chem. Biochem was not really my thing. We're not dealing with a lot. Let me correct. We do some stuff with proteins, but most of what we do is more on, you know what, maybe it is biochem. Not in the sense of not in the sense of protein manipulation and things like that, but we are using a lot of biological substances, but more the organic compounds and less of the protein compounds. So organic chemistry is the chemistry of anything that has carbon in it. Biochemistry is anything that relates to the biological functions along with chemistry. So a lot more of your like health fields, a lot more of your maybe your pharmaceuticals and interactions and things like that. And then organic chemistry is, does it have carbon? Yes, analyze it. At least that was how it was explained to me when I was there. Where is it here? Yeah, it's got the glasses. Ah, man. Okay, I gotta go find Cornifer so that I see if you could understand any of the really complex things you said. I don't know how to make it. Hold up. How do I make it simpler? How do I make it simpler? I actually don't know. So organic chemistry. Hi, Green Rucka, welcome in. I mean, organic chemistry is carbon-based things. Like that is the example. Like that is the basis of organic anything is if it has carbon. It's basically the one determinant. Does it have carbon? Did I not get I didn't get a stag beetle. And then if it's carbon, but it relates to biology, then you get into your biochem. So like, yeah, like Dr. Frederick said, all trucks are automobiles, but not all automobiles are trucks. Biochemistry covers organic carbon or organic chemistry, or I guess biochem falls under the umbrella of organic chemistry. It's oddly enough, I really sucked at biochem. I sucked at biochem. But with organic chemistry, I think I'll be able to learn it relatively easily. What I like about people here is that they explain why we do each step that we do. We don't just do it. They want to understand why we add the amounts that we add, why we add the chemicals that we add, what went wrong in the process before so that they have developed it this way. It's really cool. And then they didn't biochem. I wonder, okay, you know how like apparently there's a disproportionate number of people named Dennis that are dentists? I want to know how many chemists are named Kim or like Ken. I think it'd be funny. Hold up. Ah. Okay, Spirit. You're a chemist. Kimberly would also work, not gonna lie. Yeah, yeah. Anything that has like something that sounds like chem in the name. You wonder though. It's interesting because there are a lot of, so we have Kim wipes, Kim wipes that we use, And it's just funny. They knew what they were doing. So anybody that uses Kim is gonna be like, my name is on this box. All right, let's work our way back down and hopefully not fall again. That was disappointing. So, and also what's really nice, it's confusing because the word organic means biological if translated. It does! It does! It's so annoying. Also, I think I missed a message. Inochi, you said that your dog got a hold of your glasses? And I'm sorry about that. Oh, puppies. Around a lot of scientific equipment, there are at least 3 people named Kim and 1 named Ken. Doctors in all fields are in the field on punology. They are. They love shit like that. All right. Gotta work my way back around. This is not the way back around, is it? It is not. All right. Back this way. We have reached the realm of circles again. Oh, dear. Show me the aftermath. Even if I don't, you can send it, and I might just have to sleep, but I will get a message eventually. I think of DMs as not needing to be, I think of DMs as not being immediate. I think it's very unhealthy to expect that someone is around like all day, every day. Ow, jerk. Although I would have liked to be on Discord more when I was sick. It just was not gonna happen, and I had to just be like, no, I don't have the energy for messaging people today. No socialization today, sir. Stare at forwards on a page all day, and eventually they start making silly patterns. Midnight! Hello! I missed you too! I was just talking about how I didn't have the energy to like post in Discord because I've been so sick. But I'm okay now. Lighten the mood on a slow day. Hi, Spooksicle! Your cat watches birds on the TV. I love it. My friend will put on squirrel TV for her dog. I do feel better. I'm just getting the last of the stuff out of my ears. Because part of why I couldn't stream was because I wouldn't have been able to hear the games. I had basically an ear infection, which is very strange to say that I had as an adult because they're like they're like so much more common in children. I know adults do get them, but I was like, what is this shit? Why do I have it? Why are my ears messed up? Like, they were tender and swollen, like, behind, and I was just like, okay, I need to take care of this. So, that, I think it's finally cleared out, mostly. And I feel okay enough to stream, so I'm gonna stream. Just finished making your Twilight Tekken 8! You have to, yes, please put it in the Discord. We were reliving our childhood and playing Smash. That was so fun! We gotta play Smash on the 64? I haven't played that in years. Still got it. Adults are just inner childs in an adult body. So I'm good on that front. So I looked into it because I was like, why do children have more ear infections than adults? There's little grub, and apparently it's because no, I want to rescue the little guy. He's expecting me. Look at him. Oh no, oh no, look at his, no. When I walk away, look at his eye. Oh no. So it's not necessarily that the canals are smaller, but they're more horizontal, so they won't drain. His little nubbies, I love the grubs. I want to save them all. There's also a Chelsea. Everyone you know is getting some sort of infection. Ear flush. Generally think something is spreading around. I definitely caught something. I don't know what, but someone at work gave me something. And it just happened to manifest when I had gotten to Magfest. And then the flight back did not help. The change in pressure just shoved all of that shit up into my ears, and it's taken me... I mean, I got back on Sunday. It's taken me over a week to try to clear the gunk out. Someone... Ow. Someone definitely got me with something. Frick. Crap. You're not getting sick. No, not allowed. I tried my hardest not to be near you once I realized that it had transitioned from like dust coughing to like actual sickness. So I really hope I didn't give you anything. It helps. It helps that I wasn't talking in your general direction after a while because I couldn't talk. So there was no forceful breathing in your direction. You haven't gotten sick yet. I hope you don't get sick. I really do. Okay. All right. How do I do this? Did I have to use sign language? I used my version of sign language. I used my version of sign language and spoke with my my phone. I can't make it. I need something else. Aw, man. Okay. Back we go. Wait. I can make my own cursor. How did I just now find that out? I did get to meet Holly. Yeah, we met up in your car. True, true. Yes, we went to the con together. It was technically our off collab. You can hear us. You can hear us in Holly's voice tweet, and you can hear how wrecked my voice was. If you really want to, because that was Saturday. Saturday where I just started getting my voice back. I'd mentioned Magfest on stream, and they hit me up in my DMs like, hey, yo, you wanna go? I was like, fuck yeah, I wanna go. Hell yeah. Even though I lost my voice for a bit, yeah, it was worth it. Even if I came back miserable, I'm healed, and it was worth it. You grew up in the internet people aren't real era, so you find it so novel. I mean, I'm old enough that I know I should not give people my... Oh, it's Georgia Darby! I'm old enough, I know, that I should not give people my personal information online. But I also know that eventually you do get to know people well enough that you can trust them. And I trusted Holly enough to meet up with them. All your friends are online. I have a surprisingly robust friend group IRL, like in my general location. It's nice, but it's also nice to be able to have my friends online too. Trying to come up with a Valentine's Day themed activity for high schoolers. Ow. Ah, sorry. It's not, my ear isn't perfect yet. So I felt a little bit of pressure building up. It's mostly okay. So what do I need to collect? Maybe I need to explore that area a little bit. And Housewives IRL. Yeah! And not stealing her. Yes, I appreciate not being stolen. Although our time was lovely, I could not stay forever. I have a job. I have a job to do now. It's exciting. A Mads collecting spree. It was fun. You got so excited at so many different booths. And I was being very cautious. Very, very cautious. Like, I was scanning and planning, and you were free and liberal and excited. Sudoku activity. Hi, Jude. How are you? None of the things you found online really apply to your group of students' tastes. Oh. One day when you have the funds and we're guesting at cons. Wouldn't that be something? Oh, man. Yeah, I hope the Sudoku works out well. It's been a while since, like, the big Sudoku craze, but I bet people still enjoy it. Getting a new car and a new job. You beat Dave the Diver with my past self. Heck yeah! Congratulations! I enjoyed that game so much. Oh no, I'm coughing. It's not sneezing. I don't know if it's getting cut out. Is there a long run goal? I mean, it'd be incredible. It would be really amazing, but maybe I don't give myself enough credit to think that they would want me to be at a con. The new job is really good. They encourage learning. They treat me like an adult, which is always nice. Because, okay, so when I had to take the kitty to the... Wait. Oh, man. Oh, no. This is fine. Oh, it'll come back down for me. Okay, I'm glad it doesn't have spikes on the bottom of it. When I had to take the kitty to the vet, I literally was just like... On Friday, I was like, I'm coming in early so I can take the cat to the vet after work. And then they let me know when I needed to bring him in for sedation on Monday. And I was like, hey, coming in early. And I will be back after I take my cat to the vet. I didn't ask permission. I wasn't told no. I literally just said, this is what I'm doing. And they were like, long as you get your job done, we don't care. What? That is so unlike any other place I have ever worked. And they do it because they know, like, I'm not trying to brag. Right now, I genuinely still have imposter syndrome because people at this job are so smart and they're so educated and they have an incredible amount of knowledge in this field and the work that they do. But I am at a very, very prestigious position. And they know that if they treat their employees right, they are going to retain them. There are labs in this area that do not treat their people right. I worked at one for almost 4 years, and I don't use the word traumatized lightly, but I had to unlearn so many inherent fears and feelings about that job and the way that I was treated at my new job, because it was terrifying day in and day out working somewhere that treated you like kindergartners, basically, and didn't allow you to be the adults that you were and trust my discretion and things like that. So, ow, I was trying to look down and I spiked myself. Oh dear. So being at a place that understands how to treat people in order to keep them happy and present, it's completely different, and I could not be more lucky to work where I work right now. So yeah, it makes a difference being treated like a responsible adult, and as long as you get your work done and you aren't causing problems, and I mean, I don't want to say that there aren't interferences, because life can interfere with a job for sure, but as long as you're still getting things accomplished, they genuinely do not care. That's what your new job will be like. You're going to be redoing this Department of Government contracting processing, dealing with a bunch of dissatisfied business owners, and you're going in to smooth it. Interesting. That sounds complex for sure. And I wish you the best in your new position. Like they didn't have expectations and they treated you as more of an assistant. No, they literally treated us like kindergartners. We weren't allowed to leave for lunch because they didn't trust us to take like the breaks that we were given. Our breaks were monitored. We badged in and badged out of everything. And like they didn't trust us to be able to do even the most simple of tasks. It was always monitored. And when you mentioned something, they didn't necessarily believe that you knew what you were talking about. I had someone try to tell me that I could not take a plant worker, by the way, try to tell me that I could not take the pH of water because it does not have ions in it. And while it does not have additional ions within it, like you've had something with a salt added, it dissociates itself into hydronium ions and hydroxide ions. There are ions present. It reaches an equilibrium that you can calculate with a pH meter. And he would not listen to me when I tried to explain this to him. And that was the type of shit we were dealing with there. It was... it was a lot. So working at a place where maybe I'm not going to have all the knowledge, and I'm definitely not going to be able to do any higher method development for... Oh my God, I need to heal. Maybe I won't be able to do any higher method development for a bit because I just haven't had to use that kind of knowledge in a very long time. They want me to get to that point. And it's so new. It's so new to be expected to understand the processes and why we do them and then be able to apply them later. It's so exciting. Right now I'm in routine testing because I have to learn how our lab works and the sample flow and things like that. But yeah, I keep calling them Hammer Bros too. I have not played Cyberpunk. I'm not the best with FPS, unfortunately. I wish I was, but I am not. Job sounds way more exciting than mine. It's probably a different kind of excitement. Like, it's intriguing to me right now because I actually get to learn things and I get to get my hands dirty with more advanced testing. We touch a lot of stuff. Yeah, and the thing is, Miko, working in a lab setting or a plant setting, like a production plant, the people out in the plant didn't understand what we did. But they were also the quickest to blame the lab when we got a result that they didn't like, instead of trying to look at their process and figure out where they had gone wrong. And lo and behold, more often than not, it was their process that was wrong, not our testing. Because we have instruments that we have calibrated and run check standards on and made sure that it was working at the beginning and end of the process. No, this is not where I need to be. I can't make that jump. But it was totally our testing that was the problem, because they never wanted to take responsibility for the fact that they had screwed up their product. I am so glad to be out of that environment. I'm very, very glad to be out of that environment. There's checklists and documents like business and veterans and women and minority businesses. Interesting. Only excitement you get at work that isn't going to make you eye roll is the social work students. They're feisty and you love them. Getting an electric car. Ooh. Like a little smart car or like a bigger one? My aunt had a little smart car and that thing was really cool. But I don't know much about electric vehicles. Don't really know much about, like, I don't know much about them at all. An SUV? They have electric SUVs now? I am so behind the times. Ow. Okay. There's gotta be a way around to that little bug. There has to be. Can I go up any higher here? And I still haven't found Cornifer. I've been going in circles in this crystal place. Like, going around circles. Oh, this is new. Okay, I found a new area. They came out with the VW Buzz. It's an electric bus? What? Oh, crap. Oh, okay. Whew. Okay. You want a bus? It's retro. Like the old, like, 70s type bus? Is that what it looks like? Had two friends that worked in chem production making a special welding flux. Had to have chemistry. One of them worked with hydrofluoric. Oh, oh, this is fast. Hold up. Hello, I saved one. I have also worked with hydrofluoric. That shit is scary. That is... I will eventually, I think, be qualified. What? Okay, we're going back down while I talk, because these are laser bugs. Freaking laser bugs. I will eventually be caterpillar, caterpie. Ah! What do they call it? Oven. When you in the cold food. Out hot, they eat. Hot, eat the food. I don't know, Charcha Darby. My brain can't handle this right now. I will eventually be qualified at my job to work with hydrofluoric because I did at my previous job. And the amount of preparation and protective equipment that you have to work with hydrofluoric is not even excessive. I want to say it's outrageous, but only because of how dangerous hydrofluoric acid is. Like, that is... There are not a lot of chemicals that actually scare me. That one scares me. So, for anybody that doesn't know what hydrofluoric actually does... Oh, can I not kill these things? Interesting. I cannot kill them. I'm just gonna go hide for a moment. Hi, Ricochet. The game is going well. I found a new area, so we're gonna get through these laser bugs. So hydrofluoric. Okay. All right, that wasn't so bad. Hydrofluoric will eat through your skin, kind of almost leaving no indication. I don't remember if it will actually indicate that it has eaten through your skin, but it dissolves down to your bone, can destroy your bones, destroy the marrow, change the chemical composition and DNA chemistry, like the DNA of your bone marrow, and kill you. It is nasty shit. And I would always have like an apron on. I had, no, Aqua Regia. I actually just found this out yesterday because it's listed on our hoods as being a dangerous chemical that you need additional things to handle. Aqua Regia is a mixture, I think, of 3 parts nitric to 1 part hydrofluoric. It's either 3-to-1 hydrofluoric nitric or 3-to-1 nitric hydrofluoric. If I had to make it, I would look it up and make sure that I was getting the ratios correct. But hydrofluoric can etch glass. But Aqua Regia is the stuff that can dissolve gold. Cool stuff. But yeah, cool stuff, but very scary. Oh, I see. Jerks. Ah! No, 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 no. Ah! Oh, shit, shit, shit. Oh, okay. This got very complicated very fast. Okay, I should be safe here. No, I'm not safe here. Okay. We're gonna heal. Okay. Okay. It's very deep detail. The Dirty Biz side quest. Know what you're talking about. You can kill at the end. Jesus. Sorry, I'd love Dr. Stone. I probably would. It's something that I need to watch, but I also canceled Crunchyroll while I was unemployed. Hydrofluoric acid can give you a heart attack if you remember. I'm not actually... Ow! I'm not actually sure about that part. I just... Mostly they warn us because of the bone... basically bone melting properties of it. And even nitric. Nitric is the one... Cornifer! Give me map. Give map. Yes! Yes! Nah. Come to scale the mountain? I've heard tale of a summit way up there. Too far for me though, and I'm not really one for heights. Purchase a map of the area? Absolutely, Cornifer. I love you. Even though I think you're married. It's a platonic love. You breathe it in, then who knows? Yeah, that's probably true. I always had a respirator on. Well, I'm certainly not going that way, am I? That was, I got very used to wearing a respirator because of working there. Yay! 1 to 3. Yay! Thank you for checking me on that. Most of the stuff that I make in the lab, I always double check because my memory is crap and I would not trust myself to make something that dangerous without looking it up. And even nitric. The one acid that I've ever gotten on myself was nitric, and it was because I was stupid. I was in the lab. I actually think it was organic lab. And I ended up rinsing out my lab equipment. So I wore gloves while I was dealing with the acid itself, but I didn't think about it when I was rinsing out my glassware. And I ended up with nitric acid diluting, but running over my fingers when I was cleaning my glassware. And I didn't think about it. And so luckily I avoided any pain. I avoided any burning, but the skin on my fingertips turned yellow and then peeled because it was just dead. Hi. Sir? You're on my bench. Sir? Do I have to fight you? Oh man. In school, that's rough. Yeah. How did I even see it on the glassware? I mean, I didn't, but when I went to my teacher because I was like, hey, what did I do to myself and how can I not do it next time? It was just characteristic of nitric acid burns. So yeah. Oh, I do have to fight you to get you off my bench. I don't want to. Just get up and go, jerk. But I also don't want to keep going without a bench. Damn it. Okay. Hi. Ah! Oh my god! Shit! Okay, okay, I see what you do. Oh my god. Duh! Okay, so I can. Beams. Okay. Huh. Beams. There we go. And in on him. Huh. Beams. Where are they? Ah! Oh, shit, shit, fuck. Okay. This is acceptable. I healed. What are you doing? Why did you fire up there? Whew! Oh, I knew it was gonna be a fight. I'm really happy that I got it. That bug went laser collection too. Dominic Farah style. Shockingly powerful stuff. It was, because it wasn't even pure. It wasn't even like full concentration. It wasn't concentrated by the time it touched my skin. It was somewhat diluted, and it still caused that amount of damage. Gray! No, it's okay. I know that I said that I was going to be streaming in the Discord, but I forgot to emphasize that I would be streaming on my Discord. Sidewalk, welcome in. You have this game on your PS4. I'm having so much fun with it. I got it in a humble bundle. It doesn't even sound like it was on my skin very long, because it wasn't. It wasn't on my skin very long. It just is that strong. Where does this go? Jesus! Down? Very far? Down? Please. Oh, really? I tried to let you live, and this is the way that you repay me. On the day of my daughter's wedding. No. Oh, geez. Well, I certainly have found new areas. Huh. No! Another little grub I can't save yet! Other fun stuff that can discolor the skin is tannic acid. Yes, turns it bluish purple. Less fun when you breathe in the dust. Blowing your nose made you think you were really sick. Oh no. Another thing that will discolor your skin is silver nitrate. I accidentally got some of that on my skin as well while I was in lab. Just turns it gray. It was fine in the end. Looks like the Galaxy Quest 2. Oh my god, yes. Colloidal silver, that too. Colloidal silver, I thought that's more blue, isn't it? It's a wild chemistry class. It's more that I was just a stupid kid. And I didn't... Okay, I've been this way. Okay, all right. That is just a circle. Cool. It's just more that I didn't take proper precautions, because I... Honestly, like, not taking the proper precautions kind of says more about the fact that it wasn't emphasized how dangerous some of the stuff that we were working with was, you know? So I can definitely attribute some of it to myself and not being as cautious as I should have been, but I can also attribute it to not knowing exactly what I was working with, you know? What about you? And not Sonic Gray. Okay. This looks fun. Oh my god, I'm gonna get squished. little grub buddy. Oh, yes. Safely back home. Oh, how dangerous simple lye was. Isn't lye sodium hydroxide, though? What is lye made out of? I'm actually gonna look that up because I think lye is sodium hydroxide, right? That shit'll fuck you up. What is lye? It is. It's sodium hydroxide. That shit will fuck you up. You don't mess with sodium hydroxide. That is one of the strong bases. Like, no. Yeah, don't mess with that. Don't mess with that stuff. Yeah, very alkaline, extremely basic because it is a strong base. Yeah, I tested that stuff. So one of the things that we had to test when I was at my former place of employment was how pure the chemicals that we were putting into it were. And one of the things that we tested was our sodium hydroxide. And even at a dilution of 1 to 1,000, I'm pretty sure. Because I think it was in 100 volumetric for, wow, Jesus, all of my land is disappearing. Wait, I don't need to waste this. Distraction, distraction, distraction. Did you trap yourself? Are you glitched? Hold up. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Bye-bye. I think we diluted it 1 to 100 first and then 1 to 10. So that would have been a 1 to 1,000 dilution. That stuff was still a pH of 11. It is extremely strong. Extremely, extremely strong. Would not mess with it. So yeah, oh no. Okay, I guess I gotta go this way? Wait. Okay, yep, we're still making our way up. So the way that it works, in a lot of pharmaceuticals, is there's a certain pH in which it's best absorbed into your body, whether that is ophthalmic eye drops or injections, capsules, things of that nature. So, but some of the base chemicals, your active pharmaceutical ingredients, are either basic or they're acidic. And they'll take small... Math looks like Castlevania Symphony of the Night. It really does. So what they'll do is they will make small adjustments using very dilute acids or bases to make sure that your body absorbs it correctly. And that is one of the things. Ow! Dick? Holy! Fine, I'm going back to my bench. But one of the things that we did before everything was sent out was to make sure that they had not over pH'd it and that it was the correct pH that it was supposed to be when it was sent out to the customer. That is some of the final testing that we did to make sure that everything was safe. And we also continued to test it throughout its lifetime on the shelf to make sure that its stability held up too, and that it did not degrade on the shelf to the point that the pH was in a dangerous area. So it's a lot of work to make sure that the things that go into your body are not going to harm you through contamination or misformulation or things like that. Did I work in a compounding manufacturer? I worked in a generics place for pharmaceuticals. And so yeah, we were making just the straight up drugs themselves and testing them. It was interesting to an extent. It was cookbook chemistry because all of it had to be done according to like regulation. So we were following to the letter things that would make sure that our methods were our methods were standardized, basically. Not a lot of pharmacists. I wasn't a pharmacist. Pharmacists are their own interesting realm of like chemistry knowledge and things like that. I was just a quality chemist. I was making sure that what they prescribed and potentially compounded was safe. Ow! How is it hitting me there? Okay, screw this. We're fleeing. Okay, yep, we're safe. We're safe. Cool. But yeah, we worked with some dangerous stuff. Not accidentally acidic sounds pretty useful. It was. Actually, they ended up screwing up one time. So, okay. In addition to having like no additional bad stuff in your chemical, like your medicine, right? You are also supposed to have the correct concentration of the medicine per dosage that is reliable and accurate. And so when you get an injection that says it's like 25 micrograms or 25 milligrams of X ingredient in each dose, it is supposed to be 25 milligrams plus or minus like some percentage. I don't even remember. It's been a year, but I that's the example. So we were testing. We hit 20 likes. Let's go. Oh, thank you. Yes. It's too late. I've been away from the game too long. But thank you for the 20 likes. So it's very important that that amount of medicine is in each dose of your medicine. Our initial product was trending low, within spec, but trending low for the amount of medicine that should have been in our testing. And we were like, this is consistently low. We don't know what is happening. All of the tests that we have run have come back that this is low. And they were like, well, test it again. You're doing something wrong. Test it again. You're doing something wrong. We're not doing anything wrong. It is repeatable. We are getting the same results from multiple chemists running the same assay. All of the data is correct. BRB, thank you, Dr. Frederick. I'm glad to be back. We might play this tomorrow too. I'm making progress and I don't necessarily want to start a new game emergency because I don't have anything to play. So we might play this tomorrow too. I'm having fun with it. Come to find out that when they had formulated, well, it hadn't gone out yet. This was still pre-release final testing. When they... Oh, what? Interesting. I'll talk to him in a moment. So you pH adjust and then you dilute it to a final volume. And that gets you the amount that you need in your concentration, like 25 milligrams per milliliter, let's say. So your concentration is always something per something. What they had done is they had diluted it, realized that they had forgotten to adjust the pH of it, and adjusted it after the fact. Which means, per the amount of weight that they put in, they then had more liquid, which means that it would be less concentrated, which is exactly what they were seeing in the results. And it took them months to admit and finally find the records that showed what had happened, that they had pH adjusted after diluting it. But it was the lab's fault, of course. It was the lab's fault. Sure it was. Dicks. Yes, it was absolutely a facepalm moment. Quite a view, no? Not surprised you survived the Shrek. The Shrek. Shrek is love. Shrek is life. The trek through these shimmering caverns. There's an air of strength about you. Suspect it would be quite intimidating, if not for your small stature. Wow. I could kick your ass, I bet. Let's see who's intimidated then. Jerk. People do have trouble taking accountability issues. Speaking of Sharky, was the Lord Farquaad's. That was so funny. We found like a horde of Lord Farquaad's at Magfest, and all of them had their own kind of like little shtick going on. I'm having an excellent day, Gray. Thank you. Why? How? Because convention. Why not? The other really funny but like very frustrating incident between accountability with the production workers was that whenever you rinsed out a tank, we would make sure that the soap had been rinsed out properly. So we would test a sample of the rinse water that they provided us and test it against a known quantity that would be dangerous if it were to still be in the tank. And we kept getting an excessive amount. We kept getting positives. We kept getting positives, even when we had them. I don't know which way to go. All right, let's go back up. We seem to like going up. But down might open up circles. And I do like having paths back through circles. So we kept getting positive results that they hadn't cleaned their rinse tanks properly. And if the rinse tanks weren't cleaned properly, then they couldn't formulate anything new in them. And like they kept bringing us samples and we kept running them and they're like, well, we've rinsed it. And this one guy decided to suggest, is there something wrong with the water itself? Wow, dick. Is there something wrong with the water itself? And we took this to our manager because there was absolutely nothing wrong with the water. And we knew there was nothing wrong with the water. But the fact that he was suggesting that there might be something wrong with the water, our manager basically took it back to him and goes, something wrong with the water that goes into every single thing that we've been producing so far? Do you really want to suggest that there is a problem with the water itself and all of the paperwork that will have to come from documenting that there is an issue with everything that we diluted for who knows how many hours? Is that really what you want to say? Turned out that someone had been putting the rinsing agent in the tank and not changing his gloves afterwards. So he was getting residual. Ow. I keep thinking I can hide, and I can't. He just kept getting residual soap in that test tube as he was taking his sample. But it was just really funny that our manager was like, are you sure that you want to implicate the water? No. No, he did not. He did not want to implicate the water. That would mean bad things. Okay, interesting. If you're grinding out dry Carolina Reaper and then some dust got in your nose, can you blame the lab for that too? It's pretty much biochemistry. No, we get blamed enough for things that aren't our fault. Please don't add to it. Please. Don't make us sad. Okay, so... all right, we have opened up this circle. But very curious, how do I get over here? Oh, I probably walk left. Ah. There we go. Ow! I nearly got sniped right off. Jerks. Ow. Okay, we're just gonna wait for all the crystals to go away now. collect some geo while I'm at it because I want to be rich. Wait, did I kill him or did the crystals kill him? Rancid egg. I still haven't figured out what to do with the rancid eggs. I will eventually. I just haven't done anything with them yet. Spawn camping. Both of your lines of work get the majority of blame when something happens. That's sad. I'm sorry. It's never fun to be the one blamed for something that goes wrong when you know it's not your fault. Did I tell you? I might have. Have I told you the air fiasco in some of the vials that I worked with? Like between oxygen and air? Because that one was also very frustrating and very stupid. The air? Is there air? You don't know. Oh no, now I'm quoting Galaxy Quest. Oh dear. Yes, the air. Your boss blamed you for the doors not being locked. Janitorial was the last to leave the building. You locked it. I'm sorry. And I'm betting he wasn't willing to listen. Whoops. Okay, so we are going left, I guess. And I hope that I can go up when I go left. So I'm spilling all the stories to you now. I can tell I don't care. Some of the chemicals that are in your medicine, have you noticed, like, probably actually not, but if you drink wine, you might know a little bit about the chemistry. So oxygen is very good at destroying things. And there are things that are just hypersensitive to oxygen, so it would degrade it very quickly. In the case of medicine, we would always test and make sure that there was a headspace made of nitrogen. They do the same thing with wine. They give wine a nitrogen headspace so that it doesn't degrade over time with oxygen. It doesn't go acidic until you pop the bottle, and then the bottle goes acidic because now it is open to air. You can actually get vacuum corks that pull out the oxygen from your wine bottle to keep it from acidifying faster. Kind of the same thing for medicine. It will degrade it, it will break it down into parts that we do not want, and if that happens, like, the entire thing is just wasted. So it's my job this night to test for the air in the vials to make sure that there is, I think, less than 8% oxygen. Oh, what did I break? Oh, I just broke things that don't matter. And when I get the samples, the first batch of samples, I straight up look at the person who has, or I call the person who has given me the samples, and I say, this is 21% oxygen. You have topped these with air. They say thank you, and they proceed to tell me that they will take care of the issue and they will get me more samples later. So I get another round of samples. It is still 21% oxygen. It is still air. And I tell them again, you have given me air. There is something wrong. Please fix it. Next supervisor comes on shift. I get samples. They are finally below 8%. And I call down and I let them know that their testing is good, that their vials are being properly topped. And I get told that the reason why the samples were 21% is because it was air. Imagine that. Because they hadn't turned the nitrogen machine on. I told them twice. I told them twice it was air. Yes. So sometimes lab work can be very frustrating when you're working with people who just don't take responsibility. Yeah, those were some of my nights working as a pharmaceutical chemist. Clueless people, yes. We had people, when we gave them results that were out of spec, ask us what they should do. It's like, we don't know your process. We give you the results. You're supposed to be able to interpret them. Can I? Oh no, hold up. Let me bounce. No, I can't actually. Nope, can't bounce off your head. Okay. I need a double jump, I believe. I can't get across that gap because it's too wide. I can't get up here because it's too high. SOP maybe? Maybe! That certainly would make sense, right, Jude? If they referred back to their SOP on how to fix a problem? I think so. God. Fun days. I'm surrounded by idiots sometimes. I mean, there were people who knew their jobs. I'm gonna go down. Hold up. I'm gonna use this map and I'm gonna go down. Oof. I mean, they knew, a lot of them knew their job. And I think that's where the disconnect was. Because in knowing their job, it didn't necessarily mean that they knew all of the parts of the job. And that might have been where, like, a lot of the problems arose. So, a lack of communication kills so many businesses. Just because, like, you don't know why you're doing something or who you're doing it for. I think that's probably part of it. Doing to the department SOP, the training, they just don't care anymore. Yes! And when you've been in a business that long, like, I'm sure that you're dealing probably with the if it ain't broke, don't fix it people who are like, well, this is how we've always done it. Are you dealing with that too? Because that was rampant in the first lab job that I had. Please stop. You're hurting me. It was a lot of older folks that had been there for a while that just didn't understand the importance of why we needed to do things a certain way after, like, different regulations had come out and things like that. Very common. Very, very common. Ooh! Ouch. All right. So... Oh! I think this is new. This is new. But I can also go down... No, I can't. Never mind. I lied. Whew. That scares me. That scares me so much. These things scare me so much more than the lasers do. Immediately thought of... Oh. How are the laser crystal mines treating me? I'm making my... Wait. Haven't I been... No, I haven't been here. It's not on my map. I'm working through it. Wait, no, I haven't been this way. All right, this is a new direction. It's scary. It's very scary. Okay, there'd better be something good over here. I swear. Money? That's it? Oh, wait. I just activated the mine. I activated something. What did I activate? That's good. Progress. Maybe all the way up there? Maybe. Good thing I have these lovely conveyor belts to take me all the way up eventually. Yay! We're going up. Look at him go. Okay. Up and to the right or up and up? I don't know. We're about to find out. Hopefully. Oh, is this new? Have I been here? Wait, I think I have been here. Yeah. How did I miss that? Me missing money? Unheard of. Inconceivable. All right. Nope. Can't do anything there. Bug elevator. I mean, there are so many elevators. Do we really need to get the bugs involved here? I don't think so. Oh. Yeah, I'm still a little snuffly. I'm trying real hard to get over it. Okay. We do have options. Over to the right. To potentially the left. I mean, we have options. So let's hit this bench and then we'll explore one of them. I think I might stop at 2 hours just because I have been coughing a bit. Ow. Oh, I gotta get through these guys. Oh dear. It is a very big, ow! It is a very big map. It's a very confusing map at times. But I was able to use it to get here, so I feel slightly accomplished. Frickin' laser beams again. There we go. All right, we've made the bench. Maybe something happened in this room. There is an area here. Oh, the map updated. Cool, cool. Nope, still blocked. Okay, so we can't go upright. That didn't work. Let's try down left. Yeah. Not exactly up to spec on workplace education. It's pretty important in an industry like pharmaceuticals. Yeah. The thing is, like, anybody can be given something that says, do it this way. And they can probably follow it. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they understand why or like the importance of some of the things that they're doing. That was a huge problem. Ah! Nope, still can't get over there. I want to hop in the cart. Can I? Nope, can't hop in the cart. Okay, so we're not going there. I still can't jump up here. Is there another way? No. All right, over to the right. Aw, man, I didn't have to go through all that. All right. But yeah, like I was saying, they didn't necessarily encourage proper education working there. They just kind of wanted people that could get it done and get it tested and get it out. Oh, it stopped all the... these guys. It stopped all the crushers. So that's interesting, but does that mean that something else is available? Huh. Have I ever played Legacy of the Wizard? I have not. I haven't even heard of that. I've played the NES. Okay, can I go around then? I played a lot of games on the NES, but that wasn't one that we had in our repertoire, I suppose. Oh. Right, I have been here. Huh. There we go. Cool. Heal, heal. Sounds like they were running the lab like a McDonald's, which isn't a diss on McDonald's. No, I mean, we call it cookbook chemistry for a reason. It's because if you can follow a recipe, you can follow what you're supposed to do. It takes time to learn how to do it properly so that you don't, like, so that your precision is good, that your results are accurate. But I mean, it's not anything that's so complex that it needs anything other than just a body. All right. All right. I think I've pushed it enough for today. Whoa, throat noises. Let's see who we might have on. It is definitely time to give myself a little bit of a break. Thank you all for showing up. Oh, Noria's on. I don't remember the last time I got to raid Nori. We're gonna raid Nori. Thank you. No, thank you for being here. I know it was a while. And also it's not showing me that Abby is on. I wonder if my subscriptions are being stupid. But yeah, we're gonna raid into Nori. I don't remember the last time I got to raid into Nori, but I know that she's raided into me. So yeah, I don't see it either. People thought you might be on Avarice and that I might get to raid you, but I'm gonna raid into Nori. Oh, I missed being here too. It was a rough couple of weeks, but thank you all, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm not gonna have to go on that kind of hiatus again. Wednesday, I'm gonna try to stream. Thursday, I might try to stream a little late. Friday is out. There are friend support things that I get to do, and Saturday is a question mark. But if I don't stream Saturday, I will try to stream some Dark Souls on Sunday before we do Edgar Allan Poe. So we'll get streams. We'll get streams in there, especially because we're so close to 500. We're so close. Glad I'm doing better. Thank you, Midnight. And thank you, Dr. Frederick. Yes, I'm doing much better. What's crockin'? I'm sorry. Things are excellent, Crooked Gamer. They were rough for a little bit, but they're very good now. Oh, I love you too, Midnight. All right, I'm gonna go before I get all mushy. All right, we're gonna go here with a dreamy drop off, and I will see all of you later.